6:23, an inquiry into the support provided for children and young people with special educational needs and disabilities in England has been launched by a group of MPs.
Yeah, it's a subject this programme has, of course, been investigating for more than 6 months now. We've heard from many families who say they are struggling to get the help that they need. Well, Breakfast Jane McCubbin is here. Morning to you, Jane. It's interesting time in this, isn't it? So there's going to be an inquiry. Why now?
It's absolutely in response to the growing concerns that we bring out the graphics every time, shining a light on. Now this Education Committee inquiry wants to shine a light on these problems too. It's all about the reforms that came in to give better support to children with special educational needs. But people are telling us things are getting worse when they're meant to be getting better. Those reforms were meant to do two things. One, give parents more choice and easier access to the support their child needs. And two, make that support available to children much better, more rounded, available for longer, right up to the age of 25. But as you say, we have been hearing that things aren't going well. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of that inquiry, should we just remind ourselves of the kind of the strength of feeling that is out there and what people are saying?
It's taken every fibre in my body to fight, and I will never ever give up for what my daughter needs and is legally entitled to.
Just ultimately exhausted from years of caring for a child without adequate support, really. I was completely...
You had a breakdown?
Yeah, I had a complete breakdown. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think that there are things in place. I don't think there's the budget to put things in place. I don't think there's the political will.
Hackney Council has seen a 34% increase in the number of children requiring statements, and yet funding is still frozen at levels going back to 2011. That just can't be right.
Everyone deserves a fair, proper education. That's what should be underlying the principle of our society. And at the moment, they're not getting it.
So, Jen, the announcement of an inquiry is a good thing, but ultimately what matters, especially for those families you've been talking to, is what will change and what could be the result.
Yeah, that's absolutely key. And there's very many parents out there right now saying this is brilliant. We want to engage with this. We're going to get right in right away. But there are equally parents out there and support groups out there, charities saying, hang on a second, there is already a wealth of reports out there from the CQC, from Ofsted, the local government ombudsman, very many people I could go on, which have highlighted what the problems are here. The problems need fixing, not more discussion. However, this committee is going to look at all of these issues. Let me just tell you the key issues they want people to write to them about so they can have a look at this and report back to government. They want to look at assessments for help. They want people to tell them about the transfer from the old system of statements to the new system of education, health and care plans. They want to look at the level and distribution of funding, how schools, health services, social care services are all talking to each other and meant to be wrapping around this care around children. And they want to look specifically at the provision of support for people between the age of 19 and 25, which is a new thing. I've got to tell you what the Department for Education is saying about this. They say we want all children to have the opportunity to succeed in the future and tackle inequalities in the education system to ensure Britain is a country that works for everyone. We welcome the committee's inquiry, and our focus now is making sure that our policies are delivering for families and supporting children to succeed. I expect they are going to get a tsunami of responses to this request for information, because that's what happens every time we do this story.
Yeah. And you will keep an eye on it for us.
Absolutely. The key deadline, June the 14th. That's when you've got to get your submissions in by.
OK, Jen, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.